It's been nearly 1 year since DeOrr Kunz disappeared while camping with his parents here at the Timber Creek Campground in LEADORE. Posters featuring photos of the young boy still stapled to trees. And now the chief deputy for the Lemhi County Sheriff's Office is speaking about the case and where it goes from here. We're at a year here.
We are. Unfortunately, we are at a year. There's very little that's new, and what there is, I can't share with you at this time. In May, we did have a good spring search in May, and I think there are some areas now that I think we can be pretty certain where DeOrr is not. And some of the information that we glean from that will drive the investigation, forward and give it some direction as to where we're going to go and to what we're doing right now.
Will there be further searches this summer?
There will be. It may be closer to fall, but that's kind of in the planning phase right now.
Mm-hmm. A year ago, did you ever expect that a year later this would still be unsolved?
I don't know if, expect. In this line of work, sometimes you try not to, have expectations. You just keep working at it, and hopefully you can bring it to a conclusion. But I didn't think we'd be here.
You probably know this case more than anyone.
I would say so. There's also a detective with Bonneville that knows it quite well.
When do you think there'll be some resolution? Any idea?
I don't at this point. We'll just keep working.
Do you think it will be solved?
There again, if we can, we'll just keep working at it, and hopefully we can bring it to closure.
How many hours? Any idea over the past year?
I haven't calculated everything up, but just, for an example, our last search we did in May was over 1,100 hours of just man-hours of just searching.
So many people have become fascinated with this case.
There's a lot of turbulence surrounding it, yeah.
Not just in Idaho, maybe
right.
More outside.
Correct.
Have you seen anything like this?
No. That part of it's pretty new to me.
Does it hurt? Does it hinder? Does it matter to the investigation?
Sometimes it creates a fair amount of debris that you have to sort through and figure out if there's, you get tips and things like that you have to run down and that type of thing.
The sheriff announced in January that DeOrr and Jessica were suspects or persons of interest. Mm-hmm. Has their status changed since then?
I don't want to go there.
How about Isaac or Robert Walton?
There were 4 people there. We've been working really hard for a year, doing searches, interviews, investigations, running down leads. We haven't been able to clear any of those people that were in the campground with him when he went missing.
And you're certain that he was up there?
There's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of different theories out there concerning that. From being there so early on and being in the investigation, I believe that he was there. I don't have any hard evidence at this point, to suggest that he wasn't.
So there's going to be a lot of people watching this, disheartened that it's been a year since he disappeared. What's your message to just the average person that's interested in this case that just wants this little boy found?
Well, we all want the same thing. We all want, some type of closure for it. And we're just going to keep working. We're going to keep pursuing the truth, and hopefully, eventually, we'll be able to resolve it.
And ribbons tied to trees still remain around the campground area. These ribbons were put up by searchers last fall, indicating that the areas had been thoroughly looked over. EastIdahoNews.com will have continuing coverage on DeOrr's disappearance throughout the month of July. In Lemhi County, I'm Nate Eaton, EastIdahoNews.com.